Please remember to like, subscribe, and never forget to ring that bell.
Welcome everybody to a very revealing show, The Masked Singer.
I know exactly who this is. God.
What is up, everyone? I am Chris Knight, and you are watching The Real Review 3000 here with another episode of Unmasking the Masked Singer. Yes, episode 7 was it. We knew it was coming. We heard about it several months ago, but we knew pretty much at the beginning. I said I thought they were going to wait till the third group, and it was going to be the first episode where we would see that person. We'll talk about that. We knew it was coming, and it did. Okay, folks, but before we talk about that elephant in the room, or should I say the box, let's do a quick rundown of what happened in episode 7. Up first was Prince singing La Copa de la Vida by Ricky Martin, and I must say that this was done very well, and I think it puts the Prince as the front runner in Group C. Just great energy, movement, all that stuff. That's what winners get on this show. I just think that Prince might have this Group C championship locked up, but let's keep moving on first. Next up was Baby Mammoth singing Patsy Cline's Walking After Midnight. This singer has a sultry voice, kind of like Kathleen Turner, but I don't think it's Kathleen Turner. And I gotta say, with the right song, he could have a chance. I think she'll advance maybe into that double elimination area. Not positive. That means that one other person on this list might have to have a bad night, but we'll keep running on this. After Baby Mammoth came Queen Cobra doing Good as Hell by Lizzo. Now she can sing, but with multiple Queen Cobras running around, I'm not sure if this is just one person or several. Now, if it is just one person, she could be the winner. Now, even if it's a group, they could be a winner, but I think that's a little tougher sometimes to have that many people move forward. So I'm not sure really where that's going to go. Now, next was Jack in the Box singing George Thorogood's and the Destroyers' Bad to the Bone. I have to say, I called this last week. I said it. This was what made sense. The box doesn't move, and you just put him in the box, and that's it. And it's on Team Bad. I said this was what Rudy Giuliani would be in, and he was. And I just want to call that out right now. And we'll get to a little more about that, though, here in just a second. Last up was Space Bunny singing Harry Belafonte's Jump in the Line. Now, this is definitely someone from the Caribbean or other island area, because he had the perfect voice for this song. And you know what? It doesn't hurt that it's attached to Beetlejuice. At least in my opinion, it doesn't. Now, let's just talk about this really quick. We're not going to talk about him in the clue packages or anything. We're not even going to go through his clues. We knew this was coming up. We knew we were going to see the Ken Jeong walk off, and we finally saw it. And it really had a lot of emotion and depth to it. He sat there and he just kept on shaking his head like, I just don't get it. I can't believe this is happening. I just do. And he said, I can't do it. And then he walks off. I understand this, okay? A lot of stuff has been said about COVID-19. We're not going to go into that, but a lot of stuff was said. Rudy Giuliani said a lot of stuff that I think Ken Jeong didn't agree with. That's his right. He doesn't have to. And this is kind of his protest, not so silent, but a protest against a guy that he thinks didn't help things. Also, the talk about the election and all that stuff. Listen, politics brings out the worst in people and also gets the worst from people on the people who are talking in politics. So There's a lot of factors in all of this, so we're not going to go into the depths of that. But I will say this: they made Rudy Giuliani come off very human. Not that he isn't. Just they really focused, and he said something that I kind of sat there and said, "This guy came on this show to do this one thing, which is for his grandkid," and that's admirable. That's admirable. I give him kudos. It takes guts to be him and do something like this. It puts him in the crosshairs for whatever might be said, or for that matter, what happened with Ken. That's what you put yourself out there for. So, kudos to him. What I do have to say with that, I'm glad he's gone, because I didn't want to hear another song, nor do I really think this is the place for him in particular. All right, let's go through these clues. Let's go through who we think these people are really quick. Then we'll talk about who has been eliminated and all that stuff. First off, Prince, I think, is Cheyenne Jackson. Now listen here. This seemed like somebody from Broadway, so digging into it, all the 80s clues seems like it's a nod to Cheyenne's role as the original cast member of the musical Xanadu. Then there's the Mars clue that points to his early career appearance in the show Life on Mars. The diamond ring could be referencing his role as Johnny Diamond in an episode of American Housewife. 2006 clue could mean the year Cheyenne appeared in the movie United 9-3. The other clues also fit for him. He says he's happy to be back on a team on Glee. He was the coach on the acapella group. The 30 on the Letterman jacket could be referencing his recurring role on 30 Rock. Then there's the shout out from Jamie Lee Curtis. Currently, they are filming, or they have finished filming, a movie called Borderlands, set to come out later this year. And last but not least, if you need a little more nudge to believe this is him, he also recently appeared on the Fox show hosted by Ken Jeong called I Can See Your Voice, and a lot of other Masked Singer contestants have been on that show, either before or after they've been on the show. So I do think it's Cheyenne Jackson. Next up, Baby Mammoth. Not Kathleen Turner, but Christy Alley. Now, the text bubbles popping up around her with words she was saying. That's kind of like a Look Who's Talking reminiscent thing. So I think that's referencing Look Who's Talking. The star could be referencing her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The 2 silver medals, that was a big clue. He's been in 2 other celebrity competitions. Celebrity Big Brother, she came up second place on that. And Dancing with the Stars, she came up second place on that. So the 2 silver medals right there. She's going for gold, is what she says. So that's a reference I'm going to try to win. Don't think she will, but that's all referencing her. Let's see here. The cheerleading clue. I don't think it's cheerleading. I think just put the cheer part in there. Cheers. That was her breakout role. So I think that's what that's for. And the It Takes Two comment, direct reference to the movie It Takes Two. She was in that. Then the fact she mentioned she's lost 300 pounds seems to fit because she was the spokesperson for Jenny Craig, and I believe organic liaison, but Jenny Craig is better known, so that's probably what that's really referencing right there. So Baby Mammoth is Christy Alley. Now, Queen Cobra, here we go. We're going to break down this in a way that I believe it's Cindy Herron. Cindy Herron, it sounds like her, but she's from En Vogue, so it could be all of En Vogue, but it might be like parts of En Vogue from the past or the current. Who knows? Right now, we're going to go with Cindy Herron, but we could be saying En Vogue next week. We'll have to see. Now, the reason why I say that is that the clues definitely line up for Cindy, but mostly because they're En Vogue related. First off, we saw 6 Cobras. There have been 6 members in En Vogue. The robber running with a bag of money probably is referencing En Vogue's song Runaway Love. The Since 1990 clue is directly referencing the fact that En Vogue started in 1990. Then, let's see here, there was the Rocket clue. It was a direct reference to one of their songs called Rocket. Then the Batman and the superhero references, I believe, are pointing to the fact that En Vogue made an appearance in the movie Batman Forever. The Bradley Cooper reference, En Vogue wrote and performed a song for Hanging with Mr. Cooper, the show. So that seems pretty lined up right there. And all the coffee references, their latest record release is called Electric Cafe. So it sounds like Cindy right now, but it could be all of En Vogue if they add in. Remember, Hanson kind of played with us on that too. So we'll have to see what happens. But right now we're going to say Cindy Heron and reserve the right to change that later on to all of En Vogue or En Vogue. We'll see how that goes. Last, but certainly not least, is Space Bunny. Shaggy. Guys, it's Shaggy. I know it seems too simple, but you can't hide that voice first off. Can't hide that voice. But let's look at the clues. The accent absolutely goes to him. The flaming basketball probably is referencing his hit album called Hot Shot. The dog they show in the clue package was Shaggy. Then there was the Stung by the Bee was a reference to his tour with Sting. The red hand, come on people. It's directly referencing the line, "She caught me red-handed," which is from It Wasn't Me. So that's like a direct reference right there. And I mean, if it isn't Shaggy, who else is it? I mean, really. Also, I think we saw a Scooby-Doo reference in there, and he did a remix of the theme song to Scooby-Doo called Shaggy, Where Are You, I believe. So there's that also. But let's just go with the other one we did with Cheyenne Jackson. Shaggy has been on I Can See Your Voice recently, so I think this is Shaggy. So, that's how it is. Now let's go through who's been voted off and all that. Episode 1, Duff Goldman, McTerrier, no guess, first appearance. Joe Buck was second episode. Ram, we got that correct. That's one right. Episode 3 was Jorge Garcia from Lost. We said Michael Rooker, so that was wrong, but that was the Cyclops, wrong guess. Now, that's one wrong, one right. Then Jordan Malata, Thingamabob. We said that was who it was. That's a correct guess. Then Christy Brinkley was Lemur, no guess, first appearance. Then Penn and Teller were Hydra. We got that right, third right guess. Then Dwayne Dog the Bounty Hunter Chapman. He was the Armadillo. We said that's who it was. That's a correct guess. We also said Jennifer Holiday was Miss Teddy. That is right. And last but not least, Rudy Giuliani, Jack in the Box. No official guess. We're not going to go and say, hey, we guessed it. We got it right. Because I was kind of saying that just seems to be who it was. So I didn't make an official guess. But that was also a first appearance. So right now, I think we're at 5 right, 1 wrong. Guys, let me know who you think all these people are. Put it down in the comments below. Let's see. I think this is lining up to be much better. A much better season than I originally thought. It's starting to kind of come together. The Rudy Giuliani thing, I think, was a speed bump. I think the Sarah Palin thing hit okay because she's just kind of lovable and goofy, and she likes to make fun of herself. And she's been on Saturday Night Live, so that kind of works better. But Rudy Giuliani really pushes the envelope of what I think people who watch The Masked Singer want to see. So that's about the only speed bump that really happened here, but we can move on from that. Again, let me know who you think these people are. Put it down in the comments. With that said, I am Chris Knight. This has been The Real Review 3000, and I'm officially out of here.
Please remember to like, subscribe, and never forget to ring that bell. Follow Chris Knight and The Real Review 3000 on these platforms. For email and Patreon, see the description box below. To reach The Ego, use the Twitter handle @TheEgo5150. We would like to thank the generous members of The Real Review 3000. Those members are JJ, aka SithLord3827, Anzo of Biggerford Entertainment, Yvette, Sean Stackhouse, Captain Trek, Jesse Ritchie, and Abraham Morales. Thank you for your support and donations that help us at The Real Review 3000 bring you, the viewer, better content. For information on how to become a member, click the join button below.